Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, shall we? And some other stuff. We're doing the live stream again on Sunday if you want to join for that. Links in the description for the Patreon. Right, let's get started. So it's pretty boring, but it's still relatively simple. We're range bound, aren't we? So low range, high range, low range. We're back up to the high range again. And this time it's getting a little better, but it's still, I wouldn't say it's prime breakouts and setup or anything like that. It's not. But we have moved from the bottom to the top, and so obviously we're looking for rejections around 111,800, and the death cross is here at 113,000. That's what you'd be looking for. So exit point, or short. Well, we were doing the stream on Wednesday, and it was all a bit doom and gloom, really, because this is where we were Wednesday night. You see, we're sort of like flapping around these. I said, look, if we lose this support, then the next one is down here. But until we lose it, we sort of lose it. And somebody wanted to short. I was saying, let's short the market. I wasn't sure if they're being sarcastic. They could easily. It's hard to work out sarcasm, isn't it, on a text? But I said, look, there is a range still, and the main thing is to think, while you're above the supports, you long it, I suppose, if you want to. I'm not longing or shorting any of this market at the moment. While you're at resistance, you short the market. If you break down below support and it flips to resistance, you short it. But we are support resistance, and that's all we're at. That's it. And that's what we're doing. So let's have a look at the 1 hour later to give us a little clue of strength or weakness. Well, we've got golden cross on simples, not quite yet on exponentials, but you're likely going to get it if you're above 110. So that's good. Staying above 110 should start to encourage further upside and a nice bit of support around the 110. Probably, by the looks of things, by midday, if we can stay at this level or higher. And again, it's only a one test wonder, I would say, but that's where we are right now. There is a $110,000 support zone there. There is also a pump signal on the 1 hourly, so it should also give you enough power to move to 112, which, as far as percentage is concerned, we're more or less there already. It's less than 1% away. We talk about it's just such a small percent these days, equate to such large numbers. Moving over to the daily, it's messy, but it exists. The retest and the staying above of the 200 simple and exponential, all part of a mega long golden cross being retested once again, and the horizontal here backed up by the 21 exponential. So again, 112 is a big deal. 113,600 is also a big deal. Okay, let's think about what the weekly looks like. Well, the weekly's got a lot of resistance above us. We were rejected from that resistance, and the resistance is the 20 and the 10 is 113,200. Once you've cleared that, you should find yourself back up to 117. You've got two drives now of hidden bullish divergence, lots of drives of regular bearish divergence. So the odds are not great either direction. This is why I'm not really playing any futures. The only one, I've got a futures position in from this area around the $79,000 zone, which I'm keeping that, but that is it. After this liquidation event that took place, I was stopped out on about 5 positions. And tried again and stopped out once again. So I felt like, to be honest with you, this is one of those moments where, it's probably best to sit back and just enjoy it for what it is. Wherever it goes, just watch and wait, Just see which direction the tide is moving before playing any futures derivatives again. That said, though, overall, I do expect it to continue to go up. That's what I am expecting, but right this very moment in time, as far as I can tell, creeping up to resistance, and expect rejection because that's the natural thing. So we've got ourselves a symmetrical triangle of sorts here for Ethereum. I know it's looking very messy here, so let's try and tidy it up. We'll just take this away. So this triangle formation was based on, from what actually I remember, the weekly moving averages. You've got your 20 moving average here, you've got your 10 exponential here, and you get rid of all of that and stand back and admire the symmetrical triangle now that we can see more on a 4-hourly. Support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. So the resistance is 4,066 at the moment. Breakout from that, you should be looking for us to move back up to 4,200, and it's at those sort of levels, 4,200-ish kind of area. You got the death cross here to reclaim. And moving over to a daily, there's moving averages up there as well. You've got 4,100, 4,150, and back over to the weekly. To be honest with you, once you've broken out of this on a weekly, you should be okay for Ethereum. The measured move from the previous triangle formation is still pointing to a $7,000 Ethereum price. We are above that triangle. We broke out from it. We retested it. We're above most moving averages that count for anything. So the target still is 7,000 based on what we see there. On the short term, like I say, you're stuck within a small triangle. You've got to wait for that to resolve, and the target is around 4,200. So that's what we're looking at. The 4,200 for Ethereum to find a move up and perhaps get rejected from that. But again, yesterday was nicer and easier, I think, to have suggested the trades. Wednesday night we were doing the stream, we were umming and ahhing as we were sitting at support. Thursday morning, crack of dawn, we looked at it, we're like, okay, yeah, this is good. I expect it to go up, but still, at the same time, didn't bother with any positions. Now we're still moving up, which is good, so it's encouraging. I think we're going to reach the top of these resistance ranges. And then let's see if there is enough power for us to break those. Because until then, it is just a range. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. We're heading to resistance. Do we break it or do we not break it? I don't know. We'll just get to wait and see. Just chill out and watch and wait. Right, that is it. I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.